All right, let's begin the lesson. We will begin by looking at the alphabet. And when we look at the alphabet today, let's remember that the initial letter is A. The final letter is Z. The two letters directly in the middle are the M and N. So today, again, let's look at accent again. We've been talking about syllables, so let's look at accent again. We're going to accent the every other letter. So we're going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And that's right, we did accent. We accented every other letter. Uh, and remember that when a syllable is accented, your mouth is open a little bit wider, your voice is a little bit louder and maybe even higher, and the sound is held a little bit longer. That is correct. So let's go ahead and begin. Name the grapheme that you see when you see it. Let's begin. J, T, H, L, I, V, R, digraph NG, G, Z, E, K, W, digraph EE, N, digraph SH, B, digraph CH, digraph CK, U, P, digraph OO, S, A, M, digraph TH, trigraph TCH, O, C, D, F. Very good. Now what we're going to look at is the keywords and sounds. So get ready. As soon as I put them up there, we will begin. You will name the keywords and sound as you see them. Mop, match, ch, cup, k, city, s, wagon, w, fish, jar, j, nest, n, sink, ng, feet, e, dog, d, table, t, igloo, I, violin, v, kite, k, pig, p, shell, sh, sock, s, nose, z, thumb, th, mother, v, book, moon, oo, gate, g, chair, ch, elephant, e, rabbit, r, king, ng, leaf, l. Umbrella, truck, k. Apple, a. Watch, octopus, hat, zipper, z. Bat, b. All right, very good. So today we're going to talk about suffixes again. We're going to do some things with suffixes again. I want you to remember that the base word is the simplest form of an English word. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of the base word to change the meaning, to change its form or its usage. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word to change its form or its usage. Okay, so the base word is the simplest form of the English word. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of the word to change its form or its usage. A base word plus a suffix is called a derivative, okay? Remember that if the if the suffix starts with a consonant, it's a consonant suffix. If the suffix starts with a vowel, it's a vowel suffix, okay? So I'm going to write a few words, and when I write the words, we're going to explore or study those things, okay? L-A-N-D-E-D. E-N-D-E-D. H-U-N-T-E-D. P-L-A-N-T-E-D. Okay? If we cover up the ED, will we have a base word left? Land. Yes, we would. If we cover up the base word, if we cover up the suffix ed, would we have a base word? Yes, we would. End. If we cover up the base word, if we cover up ed, suffix ed, if we cover up suffix ed, would we have a word? Hunt. Yes, we would. If we cover up suffix ed, would we still have a word? Plant. Yes, we would. Now, so what letters do we see at the end of the word? You see the letters ED. 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 Okay? Now, we're going to look at the derivatives. We're going to look at each derivative, and I'm going to want you to listen for the sound that each derivative makes, okay? Landed, echo. Ended, echo. Hunted, echo. Planted, echo. Now, what I'm going to tell you today is that when you have a base word, and if the final letter is a D or a T, and you have suffix ed, you're going to read it ed. What did you say, Mr. Green? That is so confusing. I don't understand. If you have a base word, and in the final position you have a T or a D, then you have the suffix ed. The ed will sound like ed. Okay? And you might want to know here that and D, T and D are both tongue tappers. So T and D are both going to be tongue tappers. Now, so today we're looking at suffix ed. And a suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word to change its form or usage. Let's see if we can discover the meaning of some of these words with the suffix added. If you planted seeds, when did you put them in the ground? If you planted seeds, when did you put them in the ground? That means you put them in the past. So suffix ed on the end of a verb means in the past. Okay? So suffix ed means in the past. Suffix ed means in the past. And what I'd like to do now is we're going to go ahead and code a few words, okay? So you should have page 169 available, okay? So let's do the first row together. The first thing you do is you locate the suffix and you box the suffix, okay? So suffix ed, you put it in a box. Then you have a vowel and a closed syllable. We're going to mark it with a breve. So we have suffix ed. There's a T in final position, so this is going to say ed. So ist, ed, misted. Okay? Now we have a box the suffix. We have to underline our digraph OO. We have to decide if this says b, oot, or if it says b, ut, or does it say b, oot? It says b, oot. So we're going to mark it like so. So you should have that marked, and our sounds are b, oot, ed, boot, ed, booted. Okay? So let's look at our next word. We have a suffix ed. If we cover up the ed, do we still have a base word? Yes, we do. So we're going to box our suffix. Then we're going to have a vowel and a closed syllables and mark it with a breve. We're going to say our sounds t, ill, t, ilt, tilted, tilted. So our words here are misted, booted, tilted. I'd like you to try the second row here. I'm going to give you 1 minute to try the second row, to code the second row, then we're going to read them. If you say you're done with the coding, then you take the time to make sure you tell yourself what the letters say, so that when it's time to read, you will be ready to read. Don't just look around, but have the conversation with yourself about what the letters say and what you're supposed to be doing. Don't just look around. Okay? Now, I ask you to do the second row. So let's get ready to do the second row. We have, if we cover up the suffix, do we still have a base word? Yes, we do. So we're going to box our suffix. A vowel and a closed syllable short, mark it with a breve. Our sounds are t, int, t, int, tint, ed, tinted. The next one, we box our suffix. A vowel in a closed syllable is short. Mark it with a breve. Our sounds are pl, l, and t. Pl, ant, pl, ant, plant, ed, planted. The next one, we box our suffix. A vowel in a closed syllable is short. Mark it with a breve. Our sounds are v, ent, vent, ed, vented. So our words are tinted, planted, vented. Okay? Now, we're going to be looking at our sight words, or our instant words. Remember that instant words are words that sound that instant words are words that don't always sound out. When we read instant words, we want to go ahead and make sure we just read what the words are, okay? We don't want to worry about all the sounding out. We just want to read the words. Very slowly loading, but we're waiting on the page to load. Oh, this looks a little bit different, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to read these words that we've read them already, but let me rotate the page and then we'll be ready to read, okay? So here we go. Will, them, out, these, other, up, so, many, about, then. Let's read row 3. Other, out, will, them, many, about, up, then, these, so. We're going to do row 5. Then, up, many, about, out, other, these, will, so, them. All right, very good. Now again, just remember, instant words are words that show up in so many different things that we read. You just want to go ahead and remember what they say. You don't want to get stuck trying to sound them out. They show up in so many different things. It's best just to go ahead and remember what they are. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to look at our sentences, okay? When we do our sentences, I want you to remember that a sentence starts with a capital letter, ends with a punctuation mark, has a subject and a predicate, and expresses a complete thought. Okay, that's what sentences do. When we read, we're going to look, if we have learn word THE, that's the, we will circle the. Learn word FOR, we will circle for. Learn word TO, circle to. Learn word ONTO, on to. Learn word OF, of. Okay? All right. So remember that a vowel in an open accented syllable gets a macron. Remember, we're going to box our suffix. Vowel in a closed syllable is short, mark it with a breve. circle learn word the, underline digraph OO. We have to decide if it's would or wood. The word is would, so we mark it with that one. Circle learn word to, circle learn word the, vowel in a closed syllable short, mark it with a brief. A vowel in a closed syllable short, mark it with a brief. Circle learn word the, vowel in a closed syllable short, mark it with a brief. Circle learn word of, circle learn word the, vowel in a closed syllable short, mark it with a brief. Underline digraph CK. He lifted the wood to the man in the bed of the truck. Now, I went slowly. When we get ready to talk, we're not going to pause like that. So when we read and when we talk, we do a little bit better than that. So let's see if we can read it fluently. He lifted the wood to the man in the bed of the truck. I would like you to try number 3. I'm going to give you about 45 seconds to do number 3. Code it, and then talk to yourself about what the letters tell you to do, so that when it's time to read, you will be ready. All right, very good. You should have coded it by now, and I said number 3, I believe. And once you've coded number 3, you should have, read it for me. Kim wanted to swim in the brook. That's us trying to figure out what the words are, but if we're going to read it more fluently, Kim wanted to swim in the brook. So, if you're thinking, I didn't get that, Mr. Green, you should have a vowel and a closed syllable short. Mark it with a brief. Box your suffix. A W followed by an A. The A after a W says coded with the diareses. Wanted. Circle, learn word to. A vowel and a closed syllable short. Swim. A vowel and a closed syllable short. In. Circle, learn word the. Underline, digraph OO. Decide if it's brook or if it's brook. The word is brook, so we code it like that. Okay? And again, the sentence is, Kim wanted to swim in the brook. Very good job, y'all. So now what we're going to do, we're going to look at our repeated active practice, which is RAP on page 172, okay? And on that page, let's look at the second set. Remember the repeated active practice? After we've done all that coding, eventually we want to be able to be automatic when we read. We just want to read them. So follow with me. Shifted, stunted, drifted, crested, chanted. So echo with me. You listened and you probably repeated a little bit. So echo after I say this time. Stunted, crested, shifted, chanted, drifted. Your turn. Drifted, chanted, crested, stunted, shifted. Okay? If you shifted something, that means you moved it. Stunted means you stop it or you make something go slower. Drifted means you moved from side to side. If the car drifted, it moved from side to side. Crested means something got as high as it could go. And chanted is like you sang it. Like if you go to church, sometimes they may say a prayer and it may sound like a chant when they sing the prayer, okay? Now, what we want to do now is we want to do the spelling deck. So I need you to have that sheet of paper that should be provided for you or should be near you, okay? Remember when we get ready to do this that I need you to look. I need you to look and listen. Well, you're really going to do a lot of listening this time. I need you to echo what you hear. I want you to name and write. So that means look, listen, more listening because this is the video. Echo what you hear, name what you're going to tell me what you're going to write, and then write it. Okay? So that's what we're about to do. You should have the paper with you. Zzz. Echo. Zzz. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. E. Echo. E. Name. Write. B. Echo. Name. Echo. B. Name. Write. E. Echo. E. Name. Write. Echo. As in book. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. D. Echo. D. Name. Write. S. Echo. S. Name. Write. You should have two responses. W. Echo. W. Name. Write. Ah. Echo. Ah. Name. Write. You should have two responses. Sh. Echo. Sh. Name. Write. Echo. Name. Write. Th, as in thumb. Echo. Th. Name. Write. I. Echo. I. Name. Write. P. Echo. Name. Write. V. Echo. V. Name. right. Echo, as an umbrella, name, right. J, echo, j, name, right. T, echo, t, name, right. A, echo, a, name, right. V, echo, v, name, right. Oo, echo, oo, name, right. Ch, echo, ch, name, right. You should have 3 responses. K, echo, name, right. You should have 4 responses. G, echo, echo is g, echo, g, name, right. R, echo, r, name, right. All right, very good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is our phonemic awareness. So you're going to do listening. When we're in person, this is going to be look and listen. Echo what you hear me say. Echo in your mirror. Pull down the sound pictures that go with what we say. And then label. Ready? We need to set up our chart. So I need you to work with me to make that happen. You don't have to go super duper fast. I want it to be right. I don't want it to be on there incorrectly. So let's go ahead and make sure we get them on in the way they're supposed to be. Okay? We have our lip puffer, p and b. We have our tongue tapper, t and d. We have our back kicker, k and g. We have our lip chiller, f and v. We have our tongue chiller, th and v. We have our thin stream, s and z. We have our fat stream, sh and z. We have sh. Uh-oh. Man, my stack isn't in order. We have our fat stream is going to be sh. This is why. No. Okay. Oh, I just didn't add them yet. Okay. So we're going to get my fat stream up there in just a minute. It's going to look like this. It should look like this in your deck. Okay. Then we're going to put our front nasal, mid nasal, back nasal, Next is going to be our round air, w, and our panting air. Next is going to be front kicker, ooh, and side kick, rrr. Next, we will have our fat puff, ch, and j. Fat puff, p. That's number 12. Ch and j. Okay. Next, we're going to have our smiling vowels on number 3. our open vowels on number 9 and our round vowels on number 13. And let me go ahead and get our what's going to go on number 14, which will be our fact stream. So I just need to get those and put those in the right place. Now, since yours should be in place, let's go ahead and begin. Remember, you're going to look and listen. Echo in your mirror. Pull down your sound pictures, label, and then you're going to replace them, put them back where they go. So let's begin. Number 1, d. Echo, d. Echo in your mirror, d. Let's identify the picture, the cards that you need. D. Replace. Okay. Next one. J. Oh, this is not the one I want to do. So, yes, it is. Yes, it is. J. Echo. J. Echo in your mirror. J. Place them. J. Replace. Next. B. Echo. B. B. I'm sorry. B. That's correct. Okay. Replace. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do with the changes. We're going to start with one and then we're going to change them as we go. Are you ready? So we're going to echo, name. You're going to look and listen. Echo. Unblend. We're going to pull down the sound cards. And then we will add, take away, replace, and switch out. Okay? And then we'll repeat. So let us begin. First one, end. Echo, end. Unblend, d. Let's identify the pictures. D. Okay. Next. Bend. Make end say bend. Echo. Bend. Unblend. End. Place the card we need for bend. All right, very good. Make bend say send. Echo. Send. Unblend. S, e, n, d. Okay, so what did we do to go from bend to bend to send? We changed our voiced lip puffer. We replaced our voiced lip puffer with our unvoiced thin stream to get send. Okay? Very good. Let's replace those. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to do our spelling. So you should have the same sheet that you just did your the sounds when we called them out and you wrote down the sounds. You need the same sheet for me, please. Very good. Now, don't forget when we spell that if you have a k sound followed by an A, O, or U, or another consonant, you're going to spell the k sound with the letter C. We'll have a couple of those and we'll see what we're talking about, okay? So when we get ready to do our spelling, that will be we're going to spell with derivatives today. That means that you'll be looking, listening, echo what I say. You're going to unblend, okay? Then we're going to spell our base word and add our derivative. So again, you're going to look and listen, echo, unblend, pull down your pictures, identify our base word and the suffix. We're going to decide how, we're going to make a decision on how to spell it. Then you're going to make the decision of what letter it stands for. Then you're going to touch and spell. Then you'll write name and write. Okay? So you are going to make your decision about what we do. You're going to touch it and spell it. Then you're going to name and write. Then we're going to code and read, which is what we're going to try to do at the end there. We'll just do a couple of these. Everybody ready? Good. Me too. Our word is hats. Say the word. Hats. Let's unblend. The sounds are at. So let's find the mouth pictures, the sound cards that go with that. I'll give you a moment to place them. Okay. So now this is going to be our base word right here. Our derivative is over there on the end. So let's decide. These all go with our base word and our derivative is over there on the end. This will be H, A, T, S. Name the letters and write them, please. And that will look like H-A-T-S. You should have written that on your paper. You box your suffix. A vowel in a closed syllable is short, and that's hats. Let's do one more, please. let's do fit. Now let's replace first. Let's replace first. We're going to do, once you've got them replaced, our word is fitness. Say the word, echo, fitness. So let's go ahead and find our pictures for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have echoed, we've unblended it, eh. So the word is fitness. You echo fitness, unblend it, eh. Okay. Then you place your cards, your mouth pictures, which we've already done. Okay. Now we're going to have to identify our base word, it. Our derivative, our suffix is s. Ness is our suffix. Now we're going to have to make a decision on how to spell these. F, I, I, T, N. I'm sorry, T. F, I, T. Fit. That's our base word. Ness. N, E, E, S. Final position, SS. So we're going to now need to name and write, okay? Fitness. Okay? Now we're going to need to code it. We're going to box our suffix, ness, a vowel and a closed syllable short, mark it with a breve, and our word is fitness, okay? Very good. Now, remember, here we're going to do our dictation. One sentence is what we're going to do. Our sentence, remember that sentences start with a capital letter, they end with a punctuation, and they have a subject and a predicate, and they express a complete thought. So echo the sentence. I'm going to say the sentence, you echo, I will say it again. Then you write the sentence. After we do that, we're going to code and read the sentence, okay? The sentence is, the twins are helpful. Echo. The twins are helpful. Right. The twins are helpful. This is the sentence. The twins are helpful. You need to have that written. You may choose cursive or you may do it in print. I just want it on the paper right now. Okay? The bell's about to ring and distract us, but go ahead and put that down. The twins are helpful. As you code the sentence, remember, circle, learn word the, box the suffix, vowel and a closed syllable short, the twins. circle, learn word are. Box, the suffix full, vowel and a closed syllable short. This word is help. The twins are helpful. Okay, very good. I'm glad you guys paid attention to me today. Remember that we did suffix ed today. Suffix ed says ed. If the final position is a T or a D, suffix ed says ed. Remember that suffix ed added to the end of a verb means in the past. I walked. That means I did it yesterday. I already did it. I talked. That means I already did it. Have a great day, guys. Be awesome.